Welcome back to Speak Smart IELTS, the podcast where we explore how technology, society, and human ambition are shaping our future. I'm your host, and today, we're diving into a topic that has everyone, from business leaders to college students, talking, debating, and sometimes even worrying. Artificial intelligence and the future of jobs. Let's be honest, this is one of the biggest questions of our time. Will AI take our jobs, or will it make them better? Will it replace us, or will it empower us to do more meaningful work? No matter where you are, whether you're a student preparing for your career, an employee adapting to new tools, or an entrepreneur exploring automation, AI is transforming the landscape of work in ways we've never seen before. But before we panic about robots taking over, let's take a deep breath, because the story isn't all doom and gloom. In fact, the rise of AI might just be one of the greatest opportunities humanity has ever faced. So in this first part, we'll focus on the bright side, how AI is reshaping jobs, creating new opportunities, and redefining what it means to be human in the workplace. Let's start with a simple truth. AI is not just replacing jobs, it's changing them. When we hear automation, we often picture machines taking over human tasks, assembly lines run by robots, customer service bots answering calls, or algorithms writing articles. And yes, some of that is true. But what's often overlooked is how AI is enhancing human work rather than eliminating it. Think about it. AI can analyze massive amounts of data in seconds, something that would take humans hours, days, or even years. It can detect patterns, predict outcomes, and handle repetitive tasks with flawless precision. That means humans can focus on what they do best: creativity, strategy, empathy, and judgment. In medicine, AI systems now help doctors detect diseases earlier and more accurately. In finance, algorithms identify fraud faster than any human ever could. In marketing, AI tools analyze customer behavior, so businesses can personalize experiences like never before. Instead of replacing humans, AI is becoming a collaborator, a digital teammate that amplifies our strengths and handles the heavy lifting of data and routine work. It's not about humans versus machines. It's about humans with machines, a partnership that can take productivity and innovation to the next level. Let's talk about efficiency and productivity, two words every business leader loves. Before AI, many organizations struggled with inefficiency, paperwork, manual data entry, repetitive tasks, endless meetings. Now, automation tools powered by AI are handling much of that grunt work. AI can summarize documents, schedule tasks, generate reports, even write drafts of emails. Imagine what that means for time. Employees can spend less time doing tedious chores and more time thinking critically, solving problems, or brainstorming creative ideas. According to studies by McKinsey and PwC, AI could boost global GDP by up to $15 trillion by 2030, mostly through productivity gains. That's not just an economic number. It's a sign of how deeply AI will integrate into every industry, from logistics and retail to healthcare and education. And the more repetitive the work, the more AI helps. In manufacturing, robots streamline production lines. In customer service, chatbots manage basic queries, freeing humans to handle complex cases that require emotional intelligence. It's a shift toward value-based work, where humans bring meaning, creativity, and strategy, while AI brings speed, accuracy, and data power. One of the most inspiring outcomes of AI's rise is the creation of new job roles. When the internet emerged, many feared it would destroy traditional industries, newspapers, retail stores, travel agencies. And while it did disrupt them, it also created entirely new sectors: e-commerce, digital marketing, app development, and cloud computing. AI is following the same pattern. For every routine job it automates, it creates multiple new ones that never existed before. We now have AI engineers, data scientists, prompt designers, algorithm ethicists, and machine learning trainers. Entirely new careers are emerging around managing, improving, and auditing AI systems. Beyond tech, every industry now needs professionals who understand how to use AI tools effectively. Teachers who integrate AI into classrooms, doctors who interpret AI-assisted diagnoses, marketers who design campaigns using predictive analytics. AI isn't taking jobs. It's transforming the skills we need. And that transformation is creating a new wave of hybrid professionals, people who combine human intuition with digital intelligence. Another exciting aspect is accessibility. For decades, access to expertise was limited by geography, income, or education. You needed to live near a university or a big city to get the best opportunities. AI is changing that. Through online platforms powered by intelligent algorithms, anyone, anywhere, can now learn from world-class instructors, access career guidance, and even receive personalized training based on their strengths and weaknesses. AI tutors can analyze your progress, suggest study plans, and adapt lessons in real time. Career platforms can match you with job opportunities that align with your personality and skill set. This democratization of knowledge is breaking barriers that used to separate people by class, country, or background. A student in Vietnam can now take the same AI ethics course as a tech worker in California. A freelancer in Kenya can collaborate with a design team in Berlin. AI isn't just creating new jobs, and it's redistributing opportunities to more people across the globe. Then there's innovation, the driving force behind every major technological revolution. AI doesn't just automate tasks, it inspires creativity. Tools like ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Midjourney have shown how humans can collaborate with machines to generate art, stories, designs, and music in ways never thought possible. In business, AI helps teams simulate outcomes before launching a product, forecast trends, and make data-driven decisions that reduce risk. In science, it accelerates drug discovery and materials research. In short, AI is speeding up human imagination. Consider the field of architecture. Designers are using AI to generate thousands of potential building structures in seconds, analyzing which ones are most sustainable, cost-effective, or aesthetically pleasing. It's like having a creative assistant that never sleeps. Or in journalism, AI can process huge data sets to uncover hidden patterns in government spending or environmental impact, empowering reporters to tell stories backed by stronger evidence. The future of jobs isn't just about survival, it's about reinvention. AI gives us tools to think bigger, faster, and more boldly than ever before. Of the more subtle but powerful benefits of AI is its potential to improve work-life balance. Imagine a world where you don't have to spend your evenings doing repetitive reports or filling out spreadsheets. AI systems can handle administrative work while you focus on strategy or personal growth. By automating routine tasks, AI frees up time for humans to rest, learn, and pursue creative passions. In the long run, that could make the workplace not just more efficient, but also more humane. We could finally start measuring success not by how many hours we work, but by the value we create, both for businesses and for ourselves. Let's talk about something often overlooked: AI's role in inclusion and accessibility. AI tools can empower people with disabilities in remarkable ways. Speech recognition helps those with mobility challenges control devices. Image recognition and text-to-speech technologies enable visually impaired users to access digital content. For neurodiverse individuals, AI-driven learning apps can adapt to their unique needs and help them reach their full potential. Workplaces equipped with AI accessibility tools can become more inclusive than ever before, allowing talent that used to be marginalized to fully participate and contribute. In this sense, AI doesn't just change the economics of work, it changes its ethics. It gives everyone a fairer chance to succeed. Now, let's zoom out and think globally. AI has the potential to address massive societal challenges, from climate change to healthcare access to poverty reduction. In agriculture, AI can optimize irrigation and predict crop diseases, helping farmers and developing nations increase yield and reduce waste. In public health, AI systems can detect outbreaks faster and allocate medical resources more efficiently. When jobs evolve to focus on these high-impact areas, we create a workforce not just driven by profit, but by purpose. Imagine millions of people working with AI to solve real human problems. That's not science fiction. That's the future we're stepping into. AI also encourages lifelong learning, a crucial mindset in the 21st century. Gone are the days when education ended with a college diploma. The future belongs to those who can adapt, unlearn, and relearn. AI-driven learning systems make that process easier. They track your skill gaps, recommend training, and even provide feedback tailored to your goals. Whether you're a software developer learning a new programming language or a teacher exploring virtual reality in classrooms, AI can personalize the journey. This shift toward continuous learning ensures that people don't just survive technological change, they thrive in it. Another huge advantage of AI in the workplace is data-driven fairness. Human decisions, especially in hiring or promotion, are often clouded by unconscious bias. AI, when designed ethically, can help counter that. Algorithms can evaluate candidates based on skills and experience rather than race, gender, or background. Of course, this only works if we train AI responsibly. But when done right, it can make workplaces more equitable and transparent. AI can also help identify pay gaps, measure inclusion, and monitor employee satisfaction more objectively. In other words, it gives us tools to make fairer and more empathetic organizations. And let's not forget the entrepreneurial revolution. AI is fueling startups that used to require huge teams and budgets can now operate lean with AI support. A single entrepreneur can use AI to design products, create marketing campaigns, manage finances, and handle customer service, all without hiring a massive staff. This democratization of business creation lowers barriers to entry, empowering more people to start ventures and innovate from anywhere in the world. In many ways, AI is creating the next wave of digital entrepreneurs, people who combine creativity, technology, and vision to build the future of industries we haven't even imagined yet. Now, one of the most inspiring aspects of AI's rise is how it challenges us to rediscover what makes us human. As machines take over analytical and mechanical tasks, our unique human qualities become even more valuable. Empathy, emotional intelligence, storytelling, leadership, and moral judgment. The more AI advances, the more the job market rewards people who can do what AI can't. Connect deeply, inspire others, and make ethical choices in complex situations. That means the future of jobs won't just be about technical skills. It will be about human skills. The ability to collaborate, communicate, think critically, and create meaning in a data-driven world. Of course, this transformation won't be effortless. It requires governments, schools, and organizations to rethink education, upskilling, and workforce policies. But at its core, AI gives us a chance to reimagine work itself, not as something we have to do, but as something that expresses who we are and what we can become. Maybe the jobs of the future won't just be about earning a living, but about making a difference, and that's a powerful vision. But of course, every revolution comes with its risks. For all the opportunities AI brings, it also raises real concerns: job displacement, inequality, ethical dilemmas, and the question of whether humans can keep up with machines in the long run. But as we shift gears from excitement to reality, it's important to face the other side of the story: the challenges, the fears, and the disruptions that artificial intelligence might bring into the world of work. Because while AI promises efficiency and growth, it also poses some very real questions about who benefits, who gets left behind, and what kind of future we're really building. Let's start with the most obvious concern: job displacement. Every technological revolution, from the Industrial Revolution to the rise of computers, has displaced workers. But this time, AI isn't just automating physical labor. It's coming after mental labor, too. Algorithms can now write reports, design marketing strategies, diagnose diseases, even compose music and art. Tasks once thought to require the human touch are suddenly being handled by machines. Take the world of customer service, for example. Chatbots and voice assistants are getting more advanced every day. A single AI system can handle thousands of queries simultaneously, 24/7, with no lunch breaks, no sleep, and no salary. For companies, that's a dream come true. For workers, it's a nightmare of redundancy. Millions of entry-level and routine jobs are at risk, the very roles that often serve as stepping stones for people entering the workforce. Then, there's the creative sector, something many believed would be safe. Artists, writers, musicians, and designers once took comfort in the idea that creativity was uniquely human. But AI tools like image generators, video editors, and content writers are now producing work that is not only passable, but sometimes shockingly good. A marketing team might no longer need 5 designers, maybe 1, supported by AI. A news agency might replace half its journalists with automated systems that generate reports in seconds. And the scariest part? This shift isn't happening in decades. It's happening now. Entire industries are being restructured as we speak. In 2024 alone, studies estimated that over 300 million jobs worldwide could be affected by AI automation in some way. That's not a prediction for the future. It's a current reality knocking on our doors. But job loss is just one side of the coin. The deeper issue is inequality. AI doesn't affect everyone equally. People with strong technical skills, education, or access to new technology are likely to benefit the most. They'll find new opportunities, higher pay, and more flexibility. But those in lower-income jobs, or regions where access to tech is limited, might find themselves shut out completely. This creates what experts call the AI divide. It's like the digital divide, but more profound. It's not just about having internet access anymore. It's about whether you have the skills to work alongside machines, to understand algorithms, and to adapt to tools that are evolving faster than traditional education systems can keep up. And that brings us to another challenge: education and reskilling. Schools and universities are struggling to prepare students for jobs that don't even exist yet. How do you train someone for a future role when the technology that defines that role is still being invented? Many institutions are trying to catch up, introducing AI literacy programs, coding boot camps, and digital transformation courses. But the speed of change makes it almost impossible to stay ahead. Meanwhile, workers in their 40s, 50s, or 60s, who may have been in the same career for decades, are facing an even tougher reality. They're being told to learn AI or upskill. But how realistic is that for someone who's already juggling financial responsibilities, family, or health issues? Without government and corporate support, many will simply fall through the cracks. And speaking of corporations, let's talk about power. AI isn't just changing jobs, it's changing who controls the economy. A handful of tech giants, companies like Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, and Amazon, dominate the AI space. They have the data, the computing power, and the talent. Smaller firms can't compete at that scale, which leads to consolidation. Fewer companies controlling more of the global workforce. That means fewer opportunities for small and medium-sized businesses, and less diversity and innovation. There's also the issue of ethics and accountability. If an AI system makes a hiring decision, who's responsible if it discriminates? If an automated trading algorithm crashes markets, who takes the blame? The black box nature of many AI models makes it difficult to understand how decisions are made. Biases in data, whether racial, gender-based, or socioeconomic, can easily be encoded into AI systems, perpetuating inequality under the guise of objectivity. And beyond fairness, there's mental health to consider. In a world where people fear losing their jobs to machines, anxiety and burnout are becoming more common. Imagine going to work every day, knowing that an algorithm might soon replace you. Or worse, that your performance is being constantly monitored and rated by AI. The human need for purpose, identity, and recognition doesn't disappear just because the workplace becomes automated. But despite these challenges, it's not all doom and gloom. The future of work doesn't have to be about humans versus machines. It can be about humans with machines, a collaboration, not a competition. The key lies in how we adapt, regulate, and educate. Governments and organizations worldwide are starting to recognize this. The European Union has introduced AI regulations focused on transparency and safety. Companies are developing AI ethics boards to ensure responsible use. And educational systems, slowly but surely, are rethinking how to teach creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence, the very skills that machines struggle to replicate. Because here's the truth. AI may be powerful, but it's not conscious. It doesn't dream, empathize, or care. It can analyze patterns and predict outcomes, but it can't understand human values or emotions, at least not yet. That gives us a unique edge. To thrive in the age of AI, we need to double down on our humanity, the qualities that make us, us. Emotional intelligence, creativity, ethical reasoning, adaptability, communication. These are the currencies of the future. Machines can process data, but they can't build trust, inspire others, or form meaningful relationships. Let's also remember, every major technological disruption in history has eventually created more jobs than it destroyed. The printing press, electricity, the internet, all caused fear and upheaval at first. But they also unlocked new industries, new professions, and better living standards in the long run. The challenge is managing the transition, ensuring people have the support, training, and safety nets they need to make that leap. And maybe that's what this entire era is really about, a new social contract. One that redefines what work means in a world where machines do much of the heavy lifting. Maybe we'll move toward shorter work weeks, universal basic income, or more creative pursuits as AI handles routine labor. Maybe work will no longer be the core of our identity. Maybe meaning will come from somewhere else. Art, learning, community. It's also possible that the definition of a job itself will change. Instead of lifelong careers, we may have fluid portfolios, working on projects, collaborating across borders, powered by digital tools and AI assistance. The traditional 9-to-5 office could become obsolete, and while that might sound scary, it could also be liberating. In the end, the story of AI and jobs isn't about technology replacing humanity. It's about humanity evolving with technology. It's about asking not just what can AI do, but what should AI do? It's about responsibility, purpose, and imagination. Because if we get this right, if we align AI's power with human values, we might not just protect jobs, we might reinvent them. We might create a world where people work less, but live more, where technology serves us, not the other way around. So as we look ahead to this new era, maybe the real question isn't, will AI take our jobs? Maybe the question is, what kind of world do we want to build, and how can AI help us build it? Stay tuned, because the future isn't written yet. We're writing it together, one innovation, one decision, and one conversation at a time. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Future Talks. We've explored how artificial intelligence is reshaping the way we work, not just the risks and disruptions, but also the new doors it opens for creativity, innovation, and purpose. The future isn't something that simply happens to us. It's something we build, one choice at a time. Whether you're a student preparing for tomorrow's world, a professional adapting to change, or just someone curious about where humanity is headed, remember this. AI may be smart, but it's our values, our empathy, and our imagination that will define what kind of world we create with it. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow and share it with someone who's also curious about the future of work. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep learning. This is Alex, signing off from Future Talks. See you in the next episode.